Decided to go live just to see how I feel. Not sure exactly what I want to do or whether or not I want to read today. Today is like officially the first day of Scorpio season, and I'm excited about it. I mean, last night I kind of had a rough night, a little emotional, but I think anybody who's a Scorpio understands what that means. I hope everybody's having a good day wherever you are, whenever you watch this. Let me see. It feels weird being on camera but without cards. So I'm gonna take cards out now. Took out the What's the Gossip deck just to see what comes out. Let's see if anything comes out. Let's see. Situationship. Unclear boundaries, mixed signals, more than friends, less than lovers. What are we? I wonder when that phrase was coined, situationship. Because it seems like I've learned about it, I think it was around 2022. It's the first time I recall hearing about it. I don't know if it's like one of those terms like gaslighting that's existed since like the 60s and 70s. Oh my God, a side piece. Brand new slide influencer status. Ay, ay, ay. Situationship, side piece, brand new DM slide, influencer status. Okay, so the first card we have is situationship with side piece. So some of you may be in a situationship where your relationship isn't, no, it's a secret, you know? But fresh beginnings, reinventing yourself, new ventures, watch me shine. You know what I get with that is that sometimes when people are in these types of situations, there's somebody that acts like they're brand new. Like they act like they're unfazed. Like for me, this just reminds me of unfazed. You know, when they act brand new, like, oh, you act like you don't know anything, you think you're shit or whatever. But it's weird with the DM slide. So maybe somebody's gaining a lot of recognition, a lot of attention, and that's what's causing them to become brand new, act brand new. Maybe they're getting a lot more followers, subscribers, having people message them in any means they can. It could be DMs, it could be what else? A comment section. It says unexpected flirtation, direct messages, testing the water, sliding into your inbox. It could also be this, that someone may be interested in having a situationship with you because of your status, your influencer status, or someone's influencer status. Social recognition, online fame, power to influence, swipe up. I really hate this fucking deck. Mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the fairest of them all? I had to say that. Facing yourself and others, reflective relationships or self-awareness, what you see is you. You know, whenever I think of that, like what you see is you, sometimes we see the best in us and other people, but we also see the negative. We see the worst in us, you know? Someone can be in a situationship with someone, and this person is, like I said, gaining a lot of attention, maybe has some sort of influence, some level of influence, even a level of authority, you know, because influencers they sometimes create the standard, this idea. They act authoritative in a way, like they know what the fuck they're talking about. And sometimes influencers do, but sometimes they don't, you know? So, but I feel like if that's the case, if someone is acting a certain way, there could be a bit of jealousy because someone is getting a lot more attention. And, because you look at her face, look at their faces. I'm like, what kind of situationship is this where you both look miserable? Like, isn't it supposed to be fun? Just not taking things seriously, going with the flow. Like for me, I can't do that. It's hard for me. I'm not like that. It's like I'm emotionally wired differently. It's like I feel like with love there should be a relationship. With intimacy there should be a relationship. You know? That's interesting. Deep fake. Convince. Ooh, somebody may be dealing with someone who's very, very deceptive. Like they create this certain illusion, or they portray themselves to be a certain way, online or even in person. Like this person is like a pathological liar. I want to say convincing lies, altered truths, virtual deception. Seeing is no longer believing. So whoever. Ooh, energy vampire. También. ¿Qué es eso? Ooh, that's not good. Ooh, somebody could be pretending to be a certain way just so they could like siphon energy. Somebody's energy. What kind of word is that? But it's weird because sometimes people hook up with people to gain clout so that they could gain recognition, attention. It's reminding me of like people who hook up with like they connect themselves with people who have influence, and then they kind of they copy them in some way. They try to emulate them, which is mirror, mirror. So like this person could be observing you, mirroring you, trying to be like you, but so that they can gain something in some way. So this is where I'm getting like this person may be like siphoning like your image, your persona. And I don't mean like fake persona, but it's just who you are, who your personality, like the way you relate to people, the way you show up, the way just who you are. There may be a bit of envy there, and but definitely lies. Mirror, mirror, and this is not good energy at all. This is weird. I would say like if you are someone who is of an influencer status, someone may be trying to hit you up, trying to start up some sort of situationship, but they may not be doing it, like come on, they're not doing it for the best reasons. Definitely not. They just want to. They sound like, it seems like somebody want to copy, they want to suck your energy, they want to suck your image, they just want to like, basically, I don't know if everybody believes in this. I don't know if I do, but I don't know if anybody's seen that movie, Skeleton Key with Kate Hudson. Like that movie was about voodoo, and this is about like taking somebody, switching lives. Like it's like the souls were switched in the body. So Kate, I don't want to spoil it, but it's like swapping destinies type of thing. So it seems like somebody's trying to do that, That is some weird shit. Well, it is Scorpio season, and us bitches are weird. Let's see. Whoever gave me a like, I appreciate you. Okay. I think I picked the worst time to be live. I think I have to go live at night. But at night, I'm tired. I'm so tired. I like what Miss Hawaii does. Like, she goes out to a restaurant and she's talking to her subscribers and having drinks and stuff. I would love to do something like that. That sounds fun. But sometimes the places I go, they're so loud. So loud. Shit, maybe I'll have drinks at home or something. Do some tipsy tarot. God knows what I will start channeling. Only channel Bart Simpson when I get a little tipsy. 10. Whoop, whoop. I'm shaking the box like it opens that way, but it doesn't. It has a flap. It opens this way. Make sure I get all the cards out. I wonder who you are, who liked my video. Hello. Oh, don't get me started. I'm gonna be like, hello, hello, hola. May I please go where to go? You know, this is a tarot reader that I watch on Brown Eyes Intuitions, and she always sings, and I'm like, is this like I think it's just a human thing. But my mother is the same way, so she sings random shit, and I do the same thing. I annoy the hell out of my sons, specifically my younger son. You know, he says I'm cringy. Well, he used to say that, but he says it in different ways. You know, like when he, like, no, stop. 11. Make a wish. Let's see what comes out with tarot. My hair. Wow. Ooh. I like that. Ooh, I do. I really like that. That's really good. That is so good. Look at the card we got. Harmony. That's 10 of Cups. That's like the ultimate happiness. Ultimate happiness with the 4 swords, indicating like there's rest, rejuvenation, there's healing. And then we have love, which is the Lovers. Love, love, love. Love, love, love. That's season. What's the season of love? And the bottom of the deck was the 8 of Pentacles, but I shuffled it back in. So that's really good. It's like somebody, like happiness is being restored. Some sort of harmony, peace, healing going on. It's like the 3 of Swords. It's like the swords drop. Now it's time to reflect, heal, take a rest. Return to your faith, pray. Because you see this figure, he's laying down and he has his hands in the prayer position. The prayer position. He has praying hands. Let's put it that way. The prayer position. And you see the stained glass window. So it's like indicating this person is like kind of returning to their faith, or their faith is being restored in some way. I like that because it's like you're having a restoration of faith for love. And with the Lovers card, this connection is a catalyst for healing, self-discovery, and spiritual evolution, soulmate union, duality, and choice. You know, happiness is a choice. You know, you get to decide if you want to be unhappy or not happy. You know, like that's the same thing. Unhappy and not happy is the same shit. Excitement, Page of Wands. You're at the start of a creative or spiritual adventure. Follow your curiosity. I like that because it's like some of you may be meeting somebody that is very exciting, someone that makes you curious about life, possibly even curious about love and relationships, someone that you can be harmonized with, find peace and balance with, someone that there's like synchronicity. I was saying synchronicity is 14:14 on the clock. So there's like a synchronicity between the two of you. You know, it's like, I like that snake is there. And it's funny because Scorpios, I posted something. Let me see if I could look it up on my phone. But I posted it on my community tab or post tab, whatever the hell you call it. And what was it? Let me see if I find it. Okay. Scorpio. While they are known as a scorpion, they actually have 7 different symbols that they evolve through during their lives. The spider, the scorpion, the lizard, the snake, the wolf, the eagle or the dove, and the phoenix. Oh, heartbreak. Look at that. And we have the Four Swords. So some of you possibly have gone through some sort of heartbreak. And now your faith in love, your faith in there being a faith that things will improve has been restored. And you're excited about what's coming towards you. And it could be you're just excited about life. You're probably going to start something new, possibly start a new passion project. You're possibly going to do more exploration, be more adventurous. And it could be adventurous with anything. It could be with a hobby. It could be with a person. It could be with traveling. It could be with anything. But it's interesting that the snake is listed as one of the symbols for Scorpio. And in my readings, the snake often shows up. And I like to look at things from the negative and positive. I like to look at both aspects of it. So snakes are about healing and shedding old skin, outgrowing outdated beliefs or just growing out of like what you already know and ready to start something new, which kind of aligns with the Page of Wands, because it's something new, something that's new to you that you're excited about. After heartbreak and disappointment and disillusionment and sadness, it's like you're overcoming all this heavy emotional damage, and you're triumphing. You're triumphant. You're triumphant. And now it's like this partnership is coming forward. And the Two of Cups and the Lovers, they're like the same card, but the Cups is indicating an exchange of emotions, an exchange of love. Some of you may be meeting an emperor, or you may consider yourself to be an emperor. And the emperor, he is the boss. Like, he's the big boss. He's the big boss with the big boss, And Temperance. Maybe some of you are learning how to master your emotions, master transforming situations within yourself and in your environment so that there can create some harmony and there's peace, love. Yeah. And it's that's just the way life is. We go through all these difficult challenges that force us to grow, force us to face reality. It's interesting. I like this. Ooh, I want to get more. What can we get? What else can we get? What else can we get? I want to know more about this. The lovers. Hi. Mastery, the Eight of Pentacles did come out. It ended up coming out. That's about mastery. It's about gaining a lot of experience, a lot of practice. It's repetition. It's doing something over and over again so you perfect it. Perfect it so that you can transform it. So maybe some of you are going through like a dark night of the soul, or you're overcoming that. You're recovering from that. You're on the other side of that. And you're learning how to master your elements, your emotions, how to ground yourself, how to release what doesn't work for you, transform things that you want to, but that are transformable. Things that you can change, you change. The things that you can't, you either have to accept or release. Nostalgia. Some of you may be reflecting on the past. With the Lovers card and the Six of Cups coming out, 6-6. Nostalgia. Cherish moments to surface as energies from your past secret connection. So there may be somebody from the past that may be coming back. They may be coming in with new energy with the Page of Wands here. So this person may be coming up with new energy. But then it's anxiety. Maybe this person, when they when they show up, they may be anxious, or they may incite a feeling of anxiety within you. Maybe this is the person that you you experience the Three of Swords with, you know. Some of you may be overthinking, having difficulty sleeping, insomnia, worrying. Some of you may be stressing out about stuff that's happened in the past, you know, and you're now moving away from it, or the cards are telling you you need to move on, you need to heal, you need to take time to recover from whatever disappointment, sadness, grief, heartbreak, anything that you've experienced, you know. It could be that with this anxiety, you're having like these thoughts that are trapped in your mind that you can't release, that they possibly they just plague you, you know, they keep you up at night. And it's like you have to set yourself free, you know, because right now your thoughts may be limiting you in some way. And in order for you to kind of change how your experience, change how you are feeling during this experience, sometimes you have to look back in the past, you know, face whatever difficulties and challenges or heartbreaks that happened in the past, and try to see in what ways has it benefited you. I know it's like looking at what's wrong to see what went right. You know, sometimes there are lessons that we have to learn, and mastering, this is about practice makes perfect, you know. And maybe you've gone through similar situations over and over again, and it's like now you're understanding how to maneuver around or within those same circumstances and act differently. No longer letting your anxiety take over, learning how to, because we did see the Temperance card, so learning how to temper your emotions and find moderation, rejuvenation with healing with the Star. And it says, hope is renewed after a period of adversity. The future is bright with new possibilities. Yeah. This is basically what I've been saying. You know, I think if some of you are still experiencing like flashbacks, and it could be because you've gone through very traumatic events, or just you're still recovering from something that was emotionally and mentally draining and disappointing and hurt. You know, you're still recovering from the hurt, but you know what you need. What the cards are saying is that you need to rest. You need to rest. You need to take time for yourself. You need to find peace in wherever you are. And I know that's not an easy thing for me to say, considering everything that is so fucked up in this world, that's going on in this world. Like it's just so like cliche just to say find peace, find peace. You know, like our peace has to exist within you, and it has to exist within you so that whatever circumstances you find yourself in, you're able to maintain some level of equilibrium, you know, not get your feathers ruffled, you know, not be affected. You know, you're able to be, I say, like kind of show up stoic, like unaffected, unbothered. And it's not because you aren't bothered, it's because sometimes you have to stand strong. But the thing is you have to find peace. You have to find peace, you know, and that requires healing. That requires looking at those wounds, tending to them, maybe even analyzing them, but don't overanalyze, don't overthink. You know, you don't want to get trapped in the Eight of Swords again, you know. You don't want to be limiting yourself, limiting your thoughts, because then in turn it limits your beliefs. Okay. Yeah, reflect. It says harvest, but the Seven of Pentacles is about reflecting, you know. It says patience, investment, long-term. Results require time and hard work. Prioritize sustainable growth over instant rewards. With that, it's like saying, in order for you to really acknowledge the growth that you've experienced or you hope to experience, you have to take stock of what you have experienced so far. And reflect on what you have experienced, how it has transformed you in some way, how it is still affecting you in some way, and where do you need to heal, restore yourself, so that you can restore that the hope and that harmony, happiness in its totality can be achievable for you. No longer self-sabotaging, you know, and even being aware of those around you who are saboteurs, people who want to create situations for you in which you feel like you're being undermined in some way, like attacked. Even if it's not like a physical attack, it could be attacked in other ways. But like I mentioned about stoicism, it's about you know, being able to maintain a level of peace within yourself so that you remain unbothered, but also being able to discern your environment, the people in your environment, and how they affect you, and also how you react to them. Let's see what time it is. Okay. So I'm gonna end the reading there. Nobody watched. That's fine with me because they made it very easy for me to read. But it would have been cool to interact with somebody. But if you happen to watch this live replay, thank you so much for watching. I wish you a wonderful day wherever you are, and a wonderful Scorpio season, regardless of your sign. You know, this is the season of getting rid of old shit, decluttering your mind, decluttering your heart, decluttering your cooch and your peach being a penis, and decluttering your closet, whatever, you know. So I wish you all the best. Bye.